What would you do if one of your loved ones experienced a violent, almost deadly bout of turbulence in an otherwise routine flight?
Well, this was the reality of many of us over in Singapore when Singapore Airlines Flight 321 hit a disastrous stretch of turbulence, causing 104 injuries and fatalities. It had encountered clear air turbulence, which modern radar and sensor technology is unable to detect. Right now, every 1 in 10 aircraft is expected to hit this type of turbulence. This exposes a glaring vulnerability in modern aircraft travel, undermining the safety and trust that we place in aircrafts every day. This is why we at Sensair have created the most innovative clear air turbulence sensor, which we plan on selling to avionics system companies. Clear air turbulence arises when different air masses are moving at different speeds, creating a wind shear. To prevent this, the Sensair sensor consists of 3 key components: a laser sensor, a contour mapping software, and an AI model. Firstly, we have obtained all the necessary licenses from the Singaporean government to operate this high-powered laser. When the laser interacts with air particles, the light scatters and reflects back. A photomultiplier detects the scatter light and measures its wavelength. Using the Doppler shift, we can determine the particle's velocity. Knowing the laser's orientation, along with the time and velocity, allows us to calculate the distance accurately. We then compile the data points into our contour map using interpolation, weighted by the probabilities from the Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, treating small pockets as mini equilibria. The resultant scalar field is then processed by an AI model.
The device's AI model is a binary classification 3D convolutional neural network that alerts pilots to abnormal readings. Paired with our satellite-powered global cat map API, it helps construct turbulence-free flight paths. The global map combines cat data from Sensair sensors all around the world with numerical weather prediction, or NWP, data using a hybrid AI model. The MAPS model employs a convolutional neural network for spatial feature extraction, a recurrent neural network for atmospheric trends, and physics-based constraints to ensure realistic outputs. Sensair's competitors include weather satellites, pilot reports, and LiDAR systems. Firstly, weather satellites model clear air turbulence using atmospheric data, but lack the real-time updates and miss spontaneous cat events which planes need to avoid for fuel efficiency. Secondly, pilot reports are quickly outdated as cat zones change rapidly. Last but not least, efforts like JAXA's LiDAR system are ineffective and too low for practical use. These limitations make current solutions impractical compared to Sensair's real-time approach. Our target market is avionics companies like Collins Aerospace, where we plan to sell our technology for stock shares, leveraging their expertise and networks.
With Sensair addressing the $700 million in annual turbulence-related damages to U.S. airlines alone, and with climate change set to worsen clear air turbulence, Sensair's technologies can be integrated into commercial aircrafts in the long term to reduce turbulence-related injuries, delays, and damages, enhancing the brand reputation of companies like Boeing and Airbus. It can also be adapted for UAVs, in military, or any other applications.
We will patent the Sensair device and satellite API model. The sensor, priced at about $15,000 to $30,000 per unit, would cost airlines like United Airlines around $16 to $32 million to retrofit their fleet of 991 planes. The satellite API will be offered as a yearly subscription of $799 per plane, totaling about $792,000 annually for United. While this is a significant investment, it is small compared to the losses from turbulence. To drive sales, we will leverage aviation conferences for direct sales and partnerships with airlines and manufacturers. Pilot programs with small aerial vehicle manufacturers and airlines affected by clear air turbulence, such as Singapore Airlines, will help build reputation and expand reach.
Ultimately, we aim to work with regulators to make clear air turbulence detection technology a standard safety feature, making our product indispensable. We will do this by demonstrating that many systems in an aircraft have a backup, while this sensor doesn't. For example, if the plane's electrically controlled landing gear fails, they will use freefall. Similarly, this detector acts as a much-needed backup, as evidenced by recent events, for in case those high-accuracy satellites did not manage to predict one patch. We have already spoken with many avionics companies such as Laminar CEO Vivek Shiori, who was so kind in providing feedback for us to reiterate our ideas and take it to the next level. You can help us take it to the next level as well by joining us on our journey to create change. So when you walk on that plane, there will be one less thing to worry about. Thank you.